What's going on, Junkie Nation? Gorgeous George and Goes always deliver the big names. Today we get to talk to Brendan Allen, all in, the king of Chipotle, whatever you want to call him. He's ready to go. He's going to be fighting Anthony Hernandez. I believe it's in Seattle, right, Brendan? And are you the main event? Because if you're not, I'm pissed.
No, I'm not the main event. I don't know who's the main event. I haven't figured that one out either.
You're joking me, really?
Yeah, not me, man.
Dude,
I lose
Fluffy
one and
is
get
a
bigger.
beast, and you've earned your stripes with that 7-fight win streak that you had the last couple of years. Um, man, that kind of bums me out. I really thought this one was going to be a main event. Do you care, or 15 minutes okay with you?
It doesn't matter to me. I know how it is. When I lose, it's just like to the back of the line, bud. We don't care about you no more. So it is what it is. Everyone writes me off. I'll go out there and I'll shine again, and everyone will talk a little bit about me again.
Is that directed to, we'll call them the haters, but the fans, the media, the promotion? I don't know who's that.
Everyone.
Anyone? Are you kind of like, is chip on your shoulder? Do you feel like you're being doubted by people over the one loss?
100%. 100%. But my performance is gonna tell it all. Obviously I lost the last one. Was a very bad night in the office for myself. Still, it was a close fight, and it is what it is. It just
What has
wasn't a good
pissed you
night for
off
me.
the most about the reaction? I guess that's my question.
Man, I've been in this game so long. I don't get pissed off. I just take it how it is and just keep on moving and staying to myself and come fight night. I'll do what I need to do and that's it. I don't get bent out of shape over it. Comments,
Well,
remarks, feelings.
I'm pumped up that we have you on today's show. I think this fight's great, and that's why I was, kind of campaigning that it should be the main event. But I do understand fighters do get pissed. I think it's social media. They'll go on, and all of a sudden, people just forget about the 7 fights that you had just won. Focus on this one. Give you a hard time. Is it kind of a little bit of that you received, maybe?
Man, I just don't even pay attention to social media really anymore. Like, why am I gonna go listen to people that don't know me as a person, who don't know how good or how bad I am? Like, they've
Mhm.
never trained with me. They don't know what I do or anything like that. So it makes no difference to me. I just let people talk. Everyone has their right to their opinion, and opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. So it is what it is. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna train the best that I can, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna handle my business in February.
We were just talking for a couple minutes before you cut your hair. You wanted to change. Is that kind of like part of this whole reinvention? As you start probably what's going to be a new win streak, probably in your eyes, if you beat Hernandez.
I just do different things. I have like waves of I like this, then I like that, then I don't like this. Like I used to have my hair short, and then I grew it out. Then I cut it because it aggravates me. Then I grew it back out, and I had the win streak, and I was gonna cut it before the last fight, and then I had like my friends were like, "No, don't do it." So I was ready to cut it for a while, but I just have waves. I go through things, and I like to have a change and something new, something fresh, something different than what I was used to, and that's it. I'll grow it back out probably eventually, and um, yeah, just it's like just ups and down waves for me. It doesn't matter. I like it for now, and when I don't like it, I'll grow it back out.
Yeah, because your topology picture is definitely different from seeing you with the long hair. But then when we came back to this, you were back to the short hair. Are you bald completely, or
No, no, no. I got hair.
okay?
No, bald. No, no, that ain't for me. I got a weird physique, so like I need a little volume up here to kind of help out with the love handles.
That's
So
hilarious. Hey, a lot of people were even pegging you for getting a title shot if you would have won the last one. But I don't think the fall off is that big. This is a big fight. Hernandez is on a roll. Where do
mhm.
you see yourself in the whole middleweight landscape?
It's tough, man, because I haven't really got a whole lot of like big jumps or big opportunities. Like I just try to take advantage of everything that I'm given. Obviously, I went over to France to fight in his home country, and his hometown, and um, it just didn't go my way. Like I said, it was just a bad night in the office for me that night. For many reasons that could just be excuses. I just at the end of the day, I didn't fight anywhere near my abilities, and still it was a close fight. But um, I don't know. Coming off of a loss, I'm always a different monster. Um, it's different. Plus, it's a redemption fight for me, and I don't know. I hope that I go out here, beat Fluffy, and I won't talk bad about Fluffy whatsoever or be disrespectful because I really like Fluffy as a human. Like he's a great human. Um, but I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna finish him, and hopefully after that it just shows that circumstances weren't on my side in France, and um, I'm still the killer that should be close to the title shot, and hopefully I get a top five guy next to really put a statement on that and put me right back in contentions.
I don't scan the internet 24/7 for every fighter. I just don't have the time. But I haven't seen you really make any excuses for the loss. And I know a lot of fighters don't like to do it. So I won't dive too much into it, but because you're kind of opening up to us, what I do want to know is whatever didn't go right that night in France, was it more physical or just mental?
Oh no, it was definitely physical. Those closest to me know like where it was, and I mean maybe down the line I'd say what it was and the proof that backs it, but it is what it is. I've lost fights. The commission didn't do any help to me either. They definitely didn't help me out at all. Um, but it is what it is. I lost, and I lost the fight. He didn't win the fight. I lost the fight. Um, and it just happens like that. Some nights you have bad nights in the office. Some nights you don't show up. Some nights your body's not good. There's tons of things that can happen, and if you stick around long enough in this game, it's gonna happen. And it's happened to me a few times, and it sucks. But it is what it is. I'll get back and I'll climb my way back to the top. I just don't know how to back out of fights. Like I don't know what it is within me, but when I sign the contract, unless my leg's broken or I can't move my arms or legs or something, then I'm gonna show up. If I can walk, I'm gonna show up. So maybe that's a bad attribute, but I don't know. That's just been the story of my life. So
Well, we've seen a lot of fighters with that mindset before. And they've been able to pull it off. I feel like you guys will probably fight another time down the road. So
yeah,
maybe that'll be the
I hope
opportunity,
so.
right? Yeah, I think it'll happen eventually.
We're the,
Um,
we're the two youngest in the top right now. I'm the youngest. He's right after, like he's right above me. So as far as like age, so man, I really hope so.
mhm.
You never know. It could be sooner than later, especially how the commission kind of fucked me over. Um, maybe I could get lucky enough and have it sooner than later, depending on what happens with him and Izzy and me and Fluffy, or I don't know. But I hope it happens. I really do.
Goes, can I jump in for 1 second?
Yeah, I
I,
just
I,
want to
I
say on his turf, I think it should happen the next one. But yeah, go ahead.
on Brendan's turf.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Like a Miami show or something.
that'd be nice.
Yeah. Brendan,
Uh,
remind us. I mean, I'm not trying to stir the pot or anything, but remind us, man. There's so much that fucking happens in this sport, and I'm a fan of other sports too. So I could talk about the Dolphins, for example, and the Niners, or college football. But can you tell us what happened with the commission, or remind us
yeah,
is
I
that
mean,
something you can tell us now, or is that
yeah, I
buried, or
mean,
what?
yeah, no, they just I've never had that happen to me before. Like I made weight. I totally through the camp. I cut a lot for the last couple. Um, yeah, so I made weight. As soon as I got off the scale, I walked back to the room to wait for them to give us our paperwork or tell us, hey, you're good to go back to your room. Excuse me. And next thing you know, they said USADA's going to test you, or no, I'm sorry, the French Commission is going to test you.
Oh,
And
two
I
fighters
was,
had to be tested, and they were Americans, right, or something like
yeah, it
that.
was like me and Moicano and maybe one more, maybe I don't know, but next thing you know, like I just got off the scale. You want me to piss and you want to take blood? Like, what do you mean? I don't know how you expect me to pee when I just literally cut what 10, 12 pounds of liquid. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. So anyway, they at first they said you can go back to your room, but I was like, maybe I'll just keep drinking and maybe I'll get it within 30 minutes. Who knows? I kept drinking. And I was like, yo, I want to just go to my room. Like, I don't want to stay down here. Then they were like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have enough people. Like, you can't go to your room. You got to stay here.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? Mind you, the French guys are already back in their room, hanging out, resting, sleeping, eating, drinking, everything. So I stay down there probably like 2.5 hours maybe before I can pee. I finally barely make the limit. Barely. I pee, make the limit. And mind you, 2.5 hours I sat there and then I had to wait another 10, 15 for them to come get me, to take me, to watch me to pee. Then they're like, oh, we're going to do blood from you too. What?
Jeez.
You're going to take blood from me? So then we kind of had a problem because I was like, I'm not giving you blood. Like, for what? I literally just cut weight. Why do you want me to give you blood? Just it took me 2.5 hours to pee, another 15 for you to test me. So anyway, we have that back and forth for like I don't know 10, 15 minutes. Finally, I'm just like, yo, whatever. Let's do it and get it over with. So now they bring me in another room and they put one thing. They put in my vein and they couldn't get enough like blood.
Come on. Wow.
Jeez.
And I'm like, what? I was like, you're not sticking me again. I don't care. I won't fight. Like, I'm not. I guess I'm not fighting because you're not sticking me again. And so then, well, oh, we'll just abide by that. We'll just cancel that one and we'll give you another one. So then they put this thing on my shoulder and like push the button in. I sat there for like 15 more minutes to wait for that. That didn't fill up enough. So I was like, I don't care. I won't fight. You can call Hunter yourself. You can call Mick. You can call whoever you want to call. I'll call them right now and tell them that I'm not fighting because y'all aren't sticking me again. Like just because I didn't get your limit, I've given blood. I've get twice. I've peed. Like it's by this time we're at 3.5 hours. I've been down there
Damn.
waiting and not being able to rest, not being able to eat because I haven't finished my hydration like completely that I need to do in my like what I'm supposed to recover. Yeah, it was just finally. I think it was maybe 3.5, 4 hours. I finally get to go back up to my room, and by then I still have like a little bit more to drink to finish my rehydration. Then I need a time to wait for my body to recover so I could start eating. Yeah, so it just kind of delayed everything, and I don't know. My body just didn't bounce
Yeah,
back.
no, I hear you.
Plus all their food is different over there. They had like a sugar ban or sugar tax or something stupid over there.
What the fuck's that?
I had no like you can't really find real like sugar anywhere. Like their drinks don't really have sugar in it. The food don't really have like candies and stuff. It's just it was really hard to replenish back to myself and have energy.
Yeah.
Getting the energy was hard, but learning lesson. It is what it is.
Man, I think what you went through was physical and mental. That's a mind fuck right there. But and now I do remember that two fighters went through it. It wasn't the French fighters either. And then I think either Ratner or somebody tried to come out and clarify that it was random, but still a 3.5 to 4 hour process is horrific.
Mhm.
Overseas,
Unacceptable.
5 round fight preparation, that is quite a lot you went through.
Yeah, it
Sucks, man.
sucked, man. It sucked.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though. Like at the end of the day, like I look at it as at the end of the day, I didn't fight how I normally fight. Blame it on whatever, say whatever, but at the end of the day, it's on me to go out there and fight how I should, and I didn't. And
Mm.
still not being at my best, not fighting how I normally fight. I think after watching it, like I still think it was a close fight. I think it was clearly round one to me. I think it was clearly round two to him, and I think I lost the third based on perception from shooting stupid shots and giving the perception. But I think I did more damage. But the perception was just him, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about the decision. Again, that it's on me. I got tired like in the second, which I fought what a 5 round fight before that. It went 5 rounds, and I got tired in the fifth. In the fifth, with Chris, of me pushing the pace, shooting the shots. So yeah, it is what it is. It's my fault. It ain't nobody else's fault. It ain't my coaches, ain't my teams, ain't anyone's. It's mine. So um, you just go back to the look in the mirror, go back to the drawing board, get back to what made me me, and go out here and try to do better in February.
Well, Fluffy Fernandez is definitely one of those names. Did you like it when they presented it to you? Is it a good kind of? I mean, because that guy puts his foot on the gas the whole time. He's so much fun to watch, and he is a good person. Is it a good reset fight for you? Did you like that name when they brought it up to you?
Yeah, I was trying to fight everyone. Like I think I literally asked them for everyone. Um, Below me, above me, and nothing ever came back. Um, I think then we asked for someone not in the rankings because we weren't hearing anything on it, people in the rankings, and they didn't like that fight. So then they came back with this one, and I've been asking for like I asked for the fight, obviously, just because I want to right my wrongs. Like we fought 7 years ago. I'm not the same guy whatsoever, and I'm gonna show just that. But I like Fluffy a lot. Like I said before, he's a great person, great human. I really like him a lot, but business is business, and I'm a super competitive person. And when I step foot inside that octagon, it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be the same. Like I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm faster. Um, we're just as durable as one another, so it's definitely gonna be a good one for the fans. And we're gonna see who breaks first. I don't think that's gonna be me. Um, and obviously he's gonna think that's not gonna be him. So we're gonna go out there and we're gonna test each other, and it'll be just a good one for everyone to watch for sure.
Yeah, we all got stoked when we saw those two names paired together. Last question from me. I just want to know, from fans' perspective, they love to see finishes, and you deliver finishes all the time. They happen more towards the end of the fight, and I was curious: is there a value to the time, like the cage time that you get? Because you got to be happy you get the finish, but you also get some experience and some good cage time in your fights. Brendan, do you like it that way, or would you just take the earlier KO or the earlier submission?
I'd rather the earlier one because I don't get paid by the second by the round. So I'd like the earlier, but I'm like one of those guys. I'm very calculated. Like I think of myself very. Um, I'm taking in data the first round. Or don't get me wrong, if it goes out there and we get into it right away, I mean it is what it is. But most of the time, I just like to take in the data, make my reads, and grow from there. But I think I do a great job with my preparation and studying, and I kind of know the guy just as well as they know themselves. So um, I just grow on people. I just wear on them, and they start realizing technically they're not better than me, or I can get just as gritty. I'm strong. I'm way stronger than people think. I'm as fast as them, if not faster. Like you, from an outsider's perspective, even when I watch my fights, like when I watch them, I'm like, it doesn't impress me much. So I don't. It doesn't bother me when people aren't impressed. Like other fighters or fans or whatever, it doesn't bother me because I'm not impressed either when I watch myself. But I know being in there with me, I know how strong I am. I know how fast I am. I know how technically advanced mentally I am. Like I'm just 3 steps ahead sometimes. Um, I just wear on guys, and eventually they break. And yeah, plus most guys don't like to get hit too much. So the submissions mostly come after I hurt them or something like that, or I've just worn them. They try to sweep me, they can't sweep me. They try to stand up, they can't stand up. Like it's just wearing on guys. That's just my opinion.
Last question, Brendan. You're running it back with Fluffy. You guys fought over LFA. You had 2 fights with Chris Curtis, so it seems like you don't mind running it back. What about Marvin Vittori? Would you like to run it back with him?
I mean, hell, we've been there once and he didn't show up, and I asked for him this fight publicly behind closed doors, and it just never materializes. So to be honest, like I don't understand the like why he's ranked where he's at. Like we can go resumes and we can go over a whole bunch of different things, but at the end of the day, I don't understand it. Um, I mean, the guy's ranked over me, over the guy that set a record on him in his last fight, what, 2 years ago. So I don't see how fighting him does anything good for me if I go out there and beat Fluffy how I expect to. Like, I don't see how it does anything for me. Like, I'm still gonna have to fight one or two more after him in order to get to the belt. But at the end of the day, man, I'm super easy. Like, um,
Well, I
that's
guess
what
I
I
was
mentioned.
kind of alluding to the thing that went down at the Hard Rock. Are you still welcome there, by the way? Like, hey, pal, come on in. Was it a big deal, or social media made it a big deal?
Social media made it a big deal. I just mind my business, man. I just stick to myself, mind my business. If somebody asks me a question, I answer it. If someone keeps nagging me too much, you're gonna get something back from me. But other than that, I just try to mind my business. I'm getting older. Just want to be left alone. I want to be able to go out with my family when I want to, with
Eat
my
Chipotle.
friends. Yeah, eat Chipotle. Like I just want to be left alone. Like I'm super chill. Like just leave me alone. I like to talk shit with my friends, have fun with my friends. So like if you see me with my friends, you'll think I'm might be loud and obnoxious. But if it's just me by myself or me with my family, I'm very quiet. I just like to be by myself. Um,
Well, that video to us geeks, we kind of got a, I don't know, two dudes throwing down in a casino. See, we're in Vegas, so we kind of see a little bit of this, but man, we don't see high level athletes do it. And then we got to see Michael Johnson. He seems to be a promoter, is in his future. He did a good job of orchestrating things. But no, I mean, we're I guess I was just wondering, like that whole thing, it caught a lot of people's attention, and I don't know if
I
that just
at the end
gets
of the day, like I'm cut from a different cloth with where I come from. Like I'm a
you were
man
ready to
first.
go. I'll give you
No,
that. You are
I
ready to.
I'm just a man first. Like I just want to be left alone, but
Hmm.
don't push me. I'm not to be played with. I don't like to be played with. I'm not your toy. I'm not your kid. I'm none of that. Don't play with me. I don't like that.
Hmm.
Just leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. You can talk on the internet. I'll talk on it, whatever. But if you see me in person and try to start something with me or try to hit me, well, you got what you wanted. Like just but leave me alone. If I see him in public, I'm not gonna say a word to him. I didn't say a word to him. Leave me alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. The minute you come to me is the minute you're asking for a problem. And hopefully it doesn't get really big because depending if my kid's with me, it's gonna get very big. It's gonna get very big of a problem. So just leave me alone. I'm fine. I just want to be left alone. Like I don't. I try not to fuck with nobody. Sometimes I get in my little moods where I'll talk a little something extra on the internet because someone's been talking to me or whatever. But other than that, just leave me alone. But yeah, man, I'm a man first. I'm always gonna be a man first. I always stand by my morals and what I was raised for. And yeah, just don't play with me. I just don't want to be played with.
I feel you, brother. And we met your family once. You did an interview with them in the back of the car once.
Yeah,
I
my
think
girls, and now I just had a son
They're
with
fun.
my wife, so
they were cool. Yeah.
yeah, they'll be here, and my wife and my son will be here in a couple days, and my girls are with their mother. I wish they could be here, but um, yeah, when I go places now, normally I'm with my wife, and now I have my son, so that's why I just try to stay out of everything. Just leave me alone, because I don't know my temper. Like I know my temperament, but it just depends on what temper I'm in. Like if I'm in a good mood, I'm just gonna be like, all right, leave me alone. But with my child, I'm a different monster. So just leave me alone. Like that's why I don't want to get into it with nobody. I just want to be left alone.
If we
Fair
ever
enough.
bother you, can you give us a warning shot, like a little flick to the nose, and that lets us know, all right, we better leave him alone? Give us a warning
No,
shot at
Yeah, I
man.
don't want
least.
to cut you off at Chipotle. Get out of my way, man.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like
man.
one of these.
I just stay quiet. If I'm talking, we're good. If I get quiet, that's when I don't know. That's when things normally go bad for me. But I'm getting older. I'm trying to grow into a better person and do better things and uh be happier with my decisions so there's less consequences or negative consequences. Um but yeah, people are people, I
This
guess.
guy's got BMF written all over him, huh? If the middleweights ever do a BMF, I think I'm throwing Brendan Allen's name tossing his hat into the ring, man, because he looks like he's got that mentality, man. Don't mess with me, god damn it. And that's what BMF's all about. Do you think BMF should graduate to some of the higher weight classes? Would that interest you?
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. I to be honest, I just like to get paid. I like to fight. Obviously, sometimes I like to fight, but I just like to get paid and have freedom. I fight for freedom. Like I fight for the financial freedom to do what I want and people that tell me what to do. Like I don't go to an office all day when I'm not fighting. I'm spending time with my family, going on trips or hanging out at the house or just being a full-time dad. Like I love being able to go to all my kids' events, whatever it is, jujitsu, gymnastics. My stepson plays
That's great.
basketball, so all those things. Like I just love the freedom. I love that. I don't like being tied to a 9 to 5, someone telling me what to do. So I fight just for that. So BMF, no BMF, UFC pays me well. So uh, I uh, I love the company. I love the people that I work with, and I just keep doing it as long as I can. I think for me, I want to be out by 35, so I'm trying to do as much as I can and create financial freedom and stability for my family before 35. That way, I can literally just be a full stay-at-home dad, be the biggest cheerleader for them. That's the goal.
That's what's up. All right, bud. Thanks for the time. And we wish you the best of luck. I'm really looking forward to this fight. Both of you guys get down in the octagon.
Thank you, man. I look forward to it too. Thanks for
All right.
having me.